Good morning. This is Dwight Colby Smith, Richmond, Virginia. And before, or as I was going into meditation this morning, I reflected on my Sissy Story. If you haven't gotten that, you can ask Chapel in the Sky at AOL.com. Gosh, so many things that I was thinking about now, so many more things are coming in. One is what I was recognizing was I'm normal, and I accepted my normal, that I don't fall into another normal or what I'm told normal is. I'm to be myself, and you are to be yourself. And when we in the world get this, we really are starting to live from that consciousness that breathes us and is us, that consciousness that takes everything that we think with feeling and brings it into manifestation, the good, the bad, and the nothing, just, and we're it, we're the ones. So, so getting back to my Sissy story, is what I was saying, I'm normal. This is the way I throw. This is how I act when the ball comes at me. It's like, I'm okay with that. And if we can learn, or if we're learning, and if we can keep reminding ourselves to be the best that we can be in the moment, that's all we have to do. Doesn't ever make any past moment bad or wrong. Just means it's helped us get to where we are right here, right now. And isn't that the beauty of the path, is to just release resistance to what I'm not and claim what I am. So in that stillness and silence, as I observed and felt and became that which I am, the intellect of me, or that which wants me to share this with you and to hear it from me, for me to hear it from me. Yes. So who am I? If I'm nothing but God, then who am I? If God is all there is, what part of me is not God? And if I believe anything less than this, in a entity of some kind creating this universe, we're living in a mythical state based on interpretations of a book or many books, or teacher or many teachers. Anything that keeps us into the finiteness of the human experience is missing out that we are the creator of this human experience. And I can create it with separation and anger and self-righteousness. Or I can give up to that which I am. I can give up to that God, that creator, that consciousness of all that is. This is very serious for me. This is where I place my focus when I forget, or I see something that takes me out of this focus. That is there to help me come back into this focus, to see the truth, that all is God and God is all. There is no spot where God is not. So, going back to the Sissy story, I'm normal. I am who I am. I don't make any excuses for who I am. I have this wonderful, playful mind called dyslexia. And it plays through me where I and those around have many laughters. The one example I can give is one time I was talking about metaphysics, and I said metaphysical. And now any other dyslexic wouldn't even hear, what? They would just hear, metaphysical. We just turn it around. So I laugh at that because those things come out of my speech many times, even in public speaking, even in recording. And I give you permission to laugh because I am who I am. So who am I? God is all is God. How can I not be God? How can I not be God? So now I have to understand what God is so I understand who I am. It's so simple. But humanity has made it so far away and so unfamiliar that it's very difficult for people to be still and know I am God. And the Father that spoke to Jesus speaks to us. You are my beloved, in whom I'm well pleased. And when we feel judgment against that and say, oh, if you only knew, you're creating a hell for yourself. You're separating yourself from the Father because the Father says, I love you just the way you are. You cannot disappoint me. You cannot make me anything but love you because love is all I know. And everything that you do, I'm loving it through you because we're doing it together. Without me, the Father, you could not do this. Jesus taught us this. The Father and I are one. Life and I are one. Consciousness and I are one. As Holmes tells us, an individual with the universal is a corporation of one, I think. I think he uses a better word than that, but something that Jesus is saying, how more simple can it be? The Father and I are one. And I can ask, who's the Father? Well, where does that stop? Yeah, where does that stop? How big is my consciousness? How insignificant am I in the universe? And yet, how significant I am in the universe. Because the whole universe supports my thoughts, my feelings, my desires, my belief system, my disbeliefs, my doubt, everything. The consciousness there is like the nucleus of the atom, tells the atom how to create itself. And so I, in the center of my consciousness, I'm telling my consciousness everything I want, desire, believe, doubt, get excited about, everything I don't like, all of that is my consciousness. And I'm telling it who and what I am, so it's supporting me. It supports me in this physical realm while I'm thinking the physical realm. While I'm looking at cause effect on the physical realm, I'm telling consciousness to support this consciousness. And it just says yes. There's no thinking to it. We're the thinker of it. And Jesus showed us there's a thinker that's actually creating this through you, Dwight. Why don't you listen to the thinker and see what it has in mind for you? Mine would be a father, for another it may be a mother, it doesn't matter. It is non-sex, all sex, because it is not sex. It's energy, masculine, feminine energy, not male and female. Attempting to go back. Oh, so there's a thinker. There is that which is the creator. I'm telling it what to create. But if I listen to it, it has a different creation, because its creation is only harmony. We get to define what that harmony is. A war is harmony. Any conflict is harmony. Two people are participating. And whether we call it anything else, the law, the God, the Christ, life itself just says it's perfect, just the way it is. One is using me one way, one is using me another way, but it's me that's being used. I am the life of all of it. I am the God of all of it. I'm the consciousness of all of it. I'm the intelligence of all of it. And so on the third dimensional plane, we play it with third dimensional actions and reactions. But as we allow our mind to quiet from that and say no thought, I don't know how to not think, but I do know how to create no thought, how to create a space of no thought, a space of stillness and silence only. And if you can't do it, I invite you to try it, even for a millisecond. You know that you can do it, and now you can expand that. The way I began, because some may not be able to, quote, meditate. I hear that a lot. I can't meditate. So I'm aware of the first time that I consciously stilled my mind. And as back in 1947, 1948, I was 7 or 8 years old. We had television and I was watching a program. And I'll try to make it short because the point is how to still the mind, how I did it. And it's an invitation for you to try this technique and see if it works for you. But it's a spacecraft had landed on Earth, the way rockets looked in those days, and it landed on Earth, and the military, of course, wants to control it and protect humanity by thinking these people are here to do harm. But any time that someone would go up near the spaceship, they would just disappear. They'd be zapped to nothingness. So one guy said to the other, I know what to do, and they're reading our thoughts. And the other guy, so he said, so all we have to do is walk up there without thinking. And my little 7 or 8 year old mind said, that's impossible. I'm fortunate. That's where that came from my stay with tuberculosis for 2 years in a sanatorium. I questioned everything, and there was an answer that I could hear. So I heard that's impossible, and it immediately said, let's try it. So I just didn't know what a mantra was, of course, not that age, but I just started saying, I'm not thinking anything, I'm not thinking anything. And he said it faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster for a while, for however long my little mind was at that time, although very undeveloped because it had a lot of space to grow into. And so I was saying that, and then all of a sudden I realized that's the only thing I'm thinking is I'm not thinking anything. Wow. So if I stop this thought, and I did, and there was the void of no thought. And I thought, wow, if I can do this for this amount of time, I know that I can make it longer. I know that I could stretch it out from a millisecond to a second to a minute to an hour to a day. Okay, I'm not there yet, but that's my goal, is to be in this stillness and silence all the time, because it's in this stillness and silence that we can hear the Creator. It has thoughts, it has ideas that are not of this world. We are the result of our limited thinking. Jesus shows us the result of our limitless thinking. going to the Father, listening, knowing that who I am is this consciousness of me expressing itself. And I'm either telling it what to create, or I'm listening to it for its guidance for what to create. This is the free will we have. Third dimensional consciousness, or fifth dimensional consciousness. The fourth dimensional is that transition between the third and the fifth, where we can still choose. Once we're in the fifth dimension, as Jesus showed us the results of that at times, and shared his experiences of that at times, when we're in that fifth dimension, there's no longer a choice to be made. We just create the third dimensional plane as three-dimensional beings living from the creative consciousness, awareness. And so, without going into great detail, that brings me in touch with my Lemurian brothers and sisters of a different civilization of so-called humanity, but they are living as Christ expressions. And just knowing that this civilization lives and exists tells me that all that I'm learning through Christ's letters, all that I've learned through the science of mind and continue to learn through science of mind, all that I've learned from my brother Jesus and the Holy Spirit of Jesus, the Father of Jesus speaking to me all this time since age 4 to 6 when I was in the hospital with tuberculosis. And so as I read last night, that Christ says, you who are listening to my words, you have been with me since 2018 years ago. And we have grown together through many, many lifetimes. And now this is the lifetime, this is the year, this is the time for you to express me, the Christ, fully. Jesus shows you what it looks like. I'm giving you education on who you already are. I'm revealing it to you. And it is startling revelations, to be sure. If you'd like to get a free copy of Christ's letters, it's christsway.co.z as in zebra A. Again, that's Christ's as in possessive, Christ's way dot co as in country. I don't know that's what it is, but that's how I dot z as in zebra A. So I meant for this to be short. I apologize, it's been long, but wow, thank you for giving me this opportunity to hear these truths. This time is so valuable to me. And I thank you for, if you do listen, that it has been valuable for you. Have a blessed day, a blessed week, a blessed year. This is the year. This is the year for peace on earth. God bless us, everyone, for a blessed life for one and all. Thank you for this time. Bye-bye for now. Oh, chapelinthesky@aol.com if you want to contact me. chapelinthesky@aol.com.